Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday, the 7th of February in the year 2023. We're back!
It's the opening show for the year, Phil, and a big year ahead. I'm feeling good about this year. What about yourself?
Gary.
You're looking pretty fresh, I
Gary,
think. Yeah, mostly fresh.
I am pumped and ready to go, but how about our sales meeting yesterday?
Oh, yes.
Where we introduced not one, not two, not three new people, not four new people, not five new people, but 6 new people yesterday, Gary.
Takes a long time. Takes a long time to get to the point. Could have just said 6 new people started.
Yeah, but it was the drama, it was the build-up, it was the marketing, it was the spin, Gary. But 6, come on, you can't say that that's not an exciting injection of new talent.
There is some wonderful new talent, Phil, from all over the world, actually. We've got, from Scotland to more locally, from Armidale to Scotland to... Anyway, we've got some wonderful new people. We'll sort of showcase and talk about them as the year goes on, Phil.
Absolutely,
First,
Gary.
they've got to cut their teeth and prove themselves, Phil, but we've got some wonderful,
But isn't it great to bring in fresh talent? Because at the end of the day, we all learn, we all grow. It
keeps you young.
It brings more dynamism
It keeps you young.
Well, Gary,
I think it's important that you're kept young with influences.
Given the fact that you have had a significant birthday last weekend, and for the interest of not using the number, because
don't have any
it's a very
numbers,
large number. We're not going to use the number, but I will wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you.
Somewhat of a milestone number. That's about as much information as we're going to give
Let's
you
just
viewers.
say it's an even number, shall we?
But let me just say, that it was Gary's birthday on Sunday. It's not too late to go and buy something substantial.
Yeah, and if you need a little bit of time to save or get into some sort of financial arrangement to be able to make it really big, that's okay. I'm patient.
I'm 4 equal instalments.
Indeed, I'm patient. Phil, it's always good.
Did you get something nice for your birthday?
I got a golf buggy.
A golf buggy? Yeah. A golf buggy?
Yeah, a golf buggy. They didn't give me the sit-down. You know you're really old when they give you the sit-down one.
Oh, right? So it wasn't a buggy with a steering wheel and a cover.
I've got one at the moment that is very much the greens. Kind of goes to the left, right?
Yeah.
Very left. So at the moment, I'm always going left. I think maybe that's why the bulls take it go left as well, because everything's a bit left at the moment. So this one's actually straight.
So you got a new golf buggy?
So a couple of my golf buggies gave me a golf buggy. I got a lovely bottle of wine, Phil.
Yes.
I think that's probably about it. Yeah, just about. But anyway, no, very, very nice.
The family give you anything?
No, the family have got some big plans for me, Phil. They've got some big plans, but they're just going to wait till I can afford to give them the money to buy it for me. So
that's pretty much short at the moment. That's the ultimate art. Right. That's the ultimate art of recycling, isn't it?
Exactly right.
You make the money, you give it to them, they go and buy something to give back to you.
Well, that's exactly right. I've just got to make the money, Phil. And as you know, this is pretty lean the last couple of months for real estate agents all around Australia, Phil, because it's been very quiet. But a time to recharge, recalibrate, get ready and get excited. And I've got to tell you, I'm feeling very excited.
Well, Gary, January is traditionally a very quiet month for real estate agents because we're all exhausted from the incredible spring selling campaign season and where summer, everybody needs everything done before this arbitrary date of Christmas, right? So there's all of this going in September, October, November, December. Then agents pack up their bags, they put their iPads away, they get rid of their ridiculous pinstripe suits and exchange them for shorts and t-shirts. So January is a terrible month.
You know what? I hardly wear a suit in January at all. Would you? Unless you wear it just for fun or just around the house.
Well, I like to dress up for breakfast, Gary.
I know you do. You're that sort of guy.
Standards are very important. Your standards are very important. Anyway, where was I? January, normally a very quiet month, but shout out to our projects division, Gary, because our projects division, there was no stopping them in January. In fact, they had a record month.
Isn't that
January.
Great? Yes.
Viewers, if you haven't engaged with some of our special projects, go onto our website, click the projects area and scroll down and see some of the exciting developments. Well, Gary, they're not just selling apartments for $600,000 and $700,000.
No.
Oh, no. Some of the sales that were coming through, 2.7, 3.1, 3.2, 2.5, 1.5, 1.6. January was massive in the projects division, so congratulations to them. And if you're looking for something new, whether it be a 2-story townhouse, a penthouse, or just a wee investment, to use a Scottish phrase, given the fact we've now got a Scottish person in our sales
a little bit
department.
more like Scotsman now.
There we are. Special project marketing division doing amazing things.
Well done to Julian, Jacob and Rafi, who are doing an awesome job, and also a new recruit there as well.
Together with Kane Nissenbaum, who's just joined the team.
Where's the mystery, We're supposed to be building up to that. Now you just...
Well, we've released one new name for this show, Gary.
It's like telling the punchline before you get out the joke. But anyway, we'll welcome Kane. He's an exciting young man, and there's a lot going on in that space. Phil, you're right. I did forget about the projects, but outside of them, pretty much nothing really happening. Just bill paying and sort of hoping that we'll get some more business. And the listing
January
numbers,
is a month of negative cash flow. For those of you that are watching this show that feel sorry for us and would like to help us, just send money.
Pass the hat around for January, Phil. Very quiet. So, Phil, talking about the new year and trying to work out what's going on, nothing short of staggering, stunning and surprising and sensational, and they're all the words I can think of saying with S, Phil, the numbers of people around at the open inspection. What the hell's going on? Are we giving something away there?
There's been a lot of talk about queues at the open for inspections for rentals, for property management.
Yes.
Right? Because obviously that's a whole, there's a story there.
That is a
but
story.
What you're referring to is that we've had now 2 weekends back in the marketplace and some of the numbers, and you're seeing queues outside properties. So this is at odds, isn't it, with the negative media?
I don't know what all of those doomsayers will be doing right now, Phil, because of course they love to talk down the market. They love to say how things are terrible and property prices it's unaffordable, it's horrible, and everything's terrible and bad, and no one's interested, and everything's going to crash. But the reality is, Phil, we know, being a little bit grey and you being a little not so grey thanks to a whole lot of treatments and things that you do, we know, right, that this interest rates that we're in.
I spent a lot of money to look like
this. That's okay. Well, I hope so. We know, Phil, that interest
rates, get it out.
They are now just fine, right? But if you're a young person, if you're from that young person generation and you were paying, 2% or whatever, and you thought, well, that's a fair, reasonable commercial rate. Well, the reality is that where we are now, this is reality. Now, we've been on the end of what's bad reality, Phil, which is when it's 18%, 16%, 17%. Back in the 80s was, that wasn't
remember,
fun,
viewers, just for the young people that watch this show.
That's the 1980s, not the 1880s.
Just keep in mind that there was a protected interest rate, which those that were on it thought they were heroes. And there was a time where there was a protected interest rate of 13%.
You were safe
if you had a home loan at 13%, well, you were strutting down the street. You were floating down the street.
Ooh, dancing.
And all of the others like us, which were on 17 and 18%, we could only look at the 13% and go, oh my Lord, how lucky
shock and
are
awe
you.
and
what a genius you must be.
Yeah. Well, so the interest rates we know are normal or less than normal, or good actually now. And now I think the rest of Australia is coming to terms with it. So it's okay, well, these interest rates are normal. Buyers want to move. They want to get going, but a lot of sellers still feel saying, no, we're not going to sell. We're going to wait till the market just goes up again, and then we're going to make you all pay more. So I've got to say, Phil, the scarcity of properties on the market is still a problem. The numbers are down, but the number of buyers is big.
Can I just say this, though, to the first home buyers that might be watching this show, and even the second home buyers? The reality is, when you look across the normal length of time that it does to pay off a home loan, right? Home loans are 20 and 25 years. That is the projected time to pay off your home mortgage, of which a lot of people nail it quicker than that. Yes. But ultimately, if you look across a 20-year period, interest rates go up, interest rates go down, and ultimately you have to plan to manage a mortgage.
Yep.
There will be times when interest rates are high, there'll be times when interest rates are low, but ultimately, I mean, it's a great privilege we have in this country to be able to have this high home ownership rates as we do.
Yep.
And at the risk of saying it wasn't meant to be easy, sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier, but across the length of a home loan, it's a wonderful commitment to make.
Well, as you've said many times, Phil, it's a good reason to get up in the morning. A mortgage
is a wonderful reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Absolutely. And Phil, having been and done some extensive overseas travel on this break, I got to say that every time you come back on that Balti Bridge, and we've said it before, you come back on that Balti Bridge and you see that big wheel that doesn't work, and you see everything else is going on right, you just can't help thinking, what a great place this is. There's no place better than Melbourne, and January, I reckon, is Melbourne at its best. You've got the tennis on, you've got the beautiful weather, you've got everything buzzing around on the foreshore and people out everywhere having a good time. Chapel Street's buzzing, St Kilda's buzzing, the northern suburbs, cafes and restaurants are buzzing. This is the best place in the world. And I've got to say,
without question.
Not Melbourne, I think, we've been knocked around a bit, Phil. We're on our way back, but I've got to say that Australia, man, we complain and we whinge, or not we, but people do. But go anywhere else, you'll be running back here saying this is the best example of a great democracy, a fair system where there's fantastic social values. It doesn't get any better. It's a perfect example of a encompassing, welcoming, warm and wonderful country.
Oh, what a lovely speech that was, Gary.
That's what I've got to say.
Let me just talk about work for a moment.
Oh, yeah,
because that was inspiration. That was inspirational,
Good. Well, I want people to feel good when they watch the show, Phil, because there's every bloody reason to feel good. This is great.
You've nailed it, Gary.
Yeah.
I did go overseas. You went overseas with the family for a junket and a holiday, of which I'm glad you had, and I'm glad you're back.
Was it okay to pay it through the business? Was that all right? I wish I could have.
So I went on a business trip.
Oh, you did?
I had 24 hours.
That was a junket.
24 hours in Dallas.
Hey, that was paid through the business. So do I get to do the same?
It was 24 hours in Dallas. And I've got to tell you, with all due respect to my friends in Dallas, 24 hours is enough.
Oh, really?
It is.
That's all of our Dallas clients are running out the door now.
No, it is. It is. I mean, I'm sure it's a wonderful place to live, but ultimately 24 hours was more than enough. I flew from Dallas to New York, and New York is my favourite holiday destination. Having said that, I was there for work, and work I did. I went in seek of inspiration.
Was it clean?
Shout out, Gary, to CoreLogic, who are the number one data suppliers to the real estate and insurance industries in Australia.
Are they sponsoring the show?
They will be sponsoring the show if I have anything to do with it. Hence the big plug.
Yes.
But thank you to CoreLogic, who took me to New York together with some other industry leaders who are frighteningly clever people.
Yes.
The
what
inspiration
did you do
I got.
You got them a coffee or something in the morning? Or what was your job?
I was there to make them feel good about themselves.
Right,
But again,
it's when you're around clever people, you always feel a bit weird. I mean, I've got my oldest mate just put out a book, as I think you know.
Yes.
Put out a book. If anyone that's got chronic pain, the book says, why does it still hurt, or does it still hurt? Why does it still hurt? But anyway, it is
He wrote a book, put his heart and soul into it, and you can't even remember the title.
Well, it's only been just out, but this chap I went to primary school, Paul Bigler, who is a genius, right? And I'm there at this book launch, and they're talking about, all of these different medical things, and I've just got no idea what they're talking about.
And you're flicking through the book looking for the comics, but the comic
looking
pages.
for the pictures, exactly. Some diagrams, something, but anyway.
Waste of time inviting
and I
you
walked
to
out of
launch.
there, I was happy to see him, but I reckon I dragged the IQ of that group down substantially, Phil. So you're around clever people. Making you feel stupid.
Anyway, so I went to the United States, Gary. I went to the epicenter of the world, which is, of course, New York, to hear inspiration from the Americans. There was a lot of interesting stuff happening there. But here's the thing, viewers. There is no question, and I know you might not feel lucky, and I know you might not love real estate agents, but I can tell you this. Australia leads the world in real estate sales and marketing. And for those of you that think that real estate agents just strut and swan around in expensive suits with watches and phones and cars that are all leased, by the way, as together with this watch. Real estate agents in Australia sell your houses quicker than anybody else in the world,
and better,
for significantly less cost.
I know. Well, can we do something about that?
The viewers, you need to know that if you were living in the United States, you would be paying your realtor, you'd be paying the realtor 100% more than what you pay to sell houses in Australia.
And what do you get for that?
Well, that's a really good question. What do you get? You get a slower campaign for twice the price. Go figure. And in America, you can learn something. You should all come to Australia. Bring your US dollar. I've got to tell you, the Aussie dollar in New York does. I was going out for a breakfast right now. You know I love my breakfast. I eat a lot. I was spending 60 and 70 Aussie dollars on breakfast. Mind you, I love a good breakfast. But it's just, our dollar is just being slammed in the US. Americans come to Australia, it's so cheap.
And Australians go to Bali, where you'll be able to get a breakfast for $6 instead, or something like that. Anyway, back to Australia, back to real estate. And back to those numbers of people on the weekend, Phil, we've got a scarcity of stock, we've got less listings, we've got the prices have come back, everyone knows that, and now buyers are saying the time is nigh, it's here, it's right for us, we're going to jump in. So I'm really interested to see what the auction results are. Everybody's kind of positioning themselves in terms of buyers to make their move. They know, and I think there's some confidence about the interest rates probably not going up much more. They're talking about a little jump soon. Maybe even today.
I think it's safe to say that if we get another rise today,
it's probably going to be done.
It's probably it. Gary, I'm holding the issue number 9 of the peer review. So quick plug for the peer review, which we are posting out today.
Are we getting that sponsored, by the way?
So not yet. So
are we making money out of that?
No.
Is it costing us money?
It's costing us a lot of money, Gary. Front cover is Lani Fixler, an architect that is talking about mid-century homes, of which we're blessed to sell so many. Yeah. If you're not on our mailing list for the peer review and you would like to, please let us know and we'll get you onto the list, because that is the latest issue, and it has been released today.
And there's good stuff in there actually, Phil, because it talks about different markets, the markets we're in, what's happening with prices, where they're going, what the trends are.
Absolutely.
Some of the medians and some of the movement.
Look at all of this.
It just looks expensive. I mean, I just feel sick.
Well,
I don't know what it's costing. When he doesn't tell me what things cost in our business, that's when I know it's too much, which is a lot of the time, too much of the time. Should we talk a bit about property? Because there are some properties. I mean, firstly, I just want to shout out to a young lady by the name of Dizzy Wang, who works in our Carnegie office together with Jack Slater, who's just listed a home at Hawthorne, which we won't tell you the address yet, but this is one of the best, finest homes in Hawthorne, Philip, in circa around $6.5 to $7 million, I believe. So if you're looking for something in Hawthorne, not Caulfield, but Hawthorne, we'll bring the two together. If you're looking for something, close to some of the best schools and some of the best amenities in that area,
Gary.
Oh yes, then please speak to Dizzy Wang about that special release. But I want to talk about a few properties because people do watch this occasionally to hear about some properties. Philip,
yes, Gary.
We've got a fantastic project, Philip, that we're marketing. Not off the plan. I know that you love off the plan, and we've done some great off the plan.
I love everything, Gary.
You do love everything real estate. But we've got a project at 22 Market Street. Some fantastic villas, or apartments I should say, kind of villa-sized apartments, but they're apartments in a beautiful, new, better than new block, Phil, refurbished block, and very close to Koonang Road. Great location, starting from $565,000. You will find them at 22 Margaret Street, Carnegie. Speak to Leo Samuel and Graham Carroll and the team down there, because I know we're excited about that project, Phil.
Great to have projects, Gary, but also, if to be able to have things in the 500 to 750 range, it's just becoming so hard.
It's just a boutique block, Phil. There are big apartments. There's courtyards and balconies.
Investors, first home buyers, empty nesters, downscalers, all of those things. Carnegie, we could not speak more highly enough, and close to Koonang Road.
A high quality project right there in Carnegie Margaret Street, Phil. Get over there. Phil, we've got some other beautiful homes selling all across Melbourne. I think we're going to go further this year in terms of geography, because we do a lot in our core area, but a lot of people are finding out about us, Phil, that are further out and say, can you sell my home in Richmond? Can you sell my home in Hampton or Sandringham or Mornington or Fitzroy?
We can sell your home in suburbs we've never heard about.
Yeah, even that you've never heard about. So we can do that too. But we sold something in Memmering, I think, Phil. We love it.
Well,
Memmering,
I've got to get to you, Gary. That is that's going to be a core market for us as soon as you tell me where it is.
Oh yeah. If you're an agent in Memmering, you just get out now while you can get something for your business, because we're coming to take the whole place over. I tell you, got no idea where it is, Phil. 5 Cummins Grove but Graham knows because he's selling there. 5 Cummins Grove, Malvern, Philip, is a beautiful quality property.
Gary, I want to talk about this because it is exactly what so many people are looking for. Firstly, the most incredible position, Gary. You can walk to the tram in Wattle Tree Road that's on your doorstep. You can walk to Cabrini Hospital.
Yes.
You can walk to Glenferrie Road. You can walk to the train station in Station Street. So you literally got everything on your doorstep. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, great entertaining areas. Beautiful back garden that looks towards the park that's just behind, and of course Cummins Grove is a no-through road, so really
can you walk
terrific
to the
address.
supermarket, the Coles supermarket, Glenferrie Road?
You can, Gary,
because they've got good orange juice there. Your wife put me onto that, so thank you for that.
At
Coles
at Glenferrie
fresh
Road.
orange juice. You can go and squeeze yourself.
Good to know.
Phil, Corinna Crescent, one of our long has long been one of our favourite streets in Caulfield North, Phil, a beautiful winding tree-line avenue. And we've got this beautiful home at number 11.
Well, not only have we got number 11, but we've also got number 18 coming up, which is an incredible property. But I want to talk about number 11 because this was built by one of our favourite builders, and it was it was bought by the current owners, who have done the most incredible overhaul of this property. They used Rena Cohen from Rena Cohen Interiors, who just does the most incredible job. But that property in Corinna, Gary, is absolutely magnificent.
A bit of grandeur here, Phil, comes to us in Caulfield South in 59 Bundeera Road, Phil, which we know is a great address. And what a regal, stately and beautiful looking home.
Gary, beautiful home. I mean, this is the complete family package. It's on the north side of Bundeera. This is a home that the current owners built for themselves. They've looked after it so well. It's got the most fabulous floor plan, beautiful entertaining areas, north-facing back garden and swimming pool. That's a home that you buy for the next generation.
4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, plenty of parking there as well, Phil. Just a little preview, a little sample of some of the properties.
A flavour,
a little bit of a
flavour of the offerings.
A flavour of the offerings. We've got some great homes, Phil, coming up. Very excited about it, and we're going to bring them all to you on GPTV, which, we're a bit rusty because we haven't done it for a while.
We haven't, Gary, but I guarantee you one thing, viewers, I am pumped. I'm excited. I'm bringing all of that energy to our sales team. I'm trying to get this birthday boy into the zone that this year, whilst others might moan and groan, whilst there might be good talk and negative talk, we are playing for our clients. We are doing everything that we love doing. We will raise the bar in real estate yet again, and we will love every minute of doing so.
As much as I like disagreeing with you, I'm going to agree with all you said there, Bill, because you're right. This is going to be a very big year. So strap yourselves in for the real estate year. We look forward to bringing you all the news on GPTV. We'll see you next week. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fantastic week and celebrate the fact that we live in the world's best country in 2023.